Okay, this is a video for my friend Don. I bought this bike, it's a Cannondale, and I've been tinkering with it and finally got it set up pretty nicely for me. And so I'll walk you through some of the changes. So I did swap out the pedals. These pedals have those metal studs, so I can wear whatever shoes on there. Usually we'll just wear some tennis shoes, but I can clip in on the other side if I want. But for the most part, I've just been riding with tennis shoes. It does have the Gates carbon belt drive, which is zero maintenance. It has, I believe it's an 8-speed. Yeah, it's an 8-speed. It's got the Shimano All-Fire 8-speed, and all the gearing is in this rear hub. Where it is? There it is. So it's a sealed hub. All the gears are in there. 8 speeds, which is plenty for the road. And then here's the little shifter up front. We could go in this direction. And so that's working out really well. I guess I'll kind of start at the back. The tires, I believe, are 40 millimeter, 2.25 in inches, I think. And they got a some smooth tread in the middle with some, I guess, some little knobbies on the sides. But for the road, it's great. And then, let's see. Oh, I do have the, and I can swap this between bikes. I have the Garmin Radar Varia taillight, which syncs to my Garmin head unit and tells me when there's cars behind. And so what happens is when this is on, when there's a car, the sides get red, and then the distance of the car behind travels up as it gets closer. It's a nice feature. I really love that feature. And then I did install this mirror so I can really have a nice clear view of what's behind me. Also up front, since I'm here, it's got the lefty front fork. Yeah, I don't know, it's not suspension, but I did install recently these, well, first of all, the argon grips, probably ergon. Yeah, ergon grips. So those are nice. And then I have these guys for just a different riding position. So I put those on both sides. I like those. I got the Garmin mount. I did have the Garmin mount here, but it was a little too close to me. I like it out front a little bit, so I did swap that out. I don't really like this holder for my phone. Sometimes I'll do a route so I can find fun stuff when I'm out with Sabrina, and just to make it more beautiful, the scenery, more wooded, more fun stuff, avoid busy streets, always try to avoid busy streets. And so when I do the ride with GPS, I use my iPhone for that. And I'm not a big fan of this unit, only because it holds the phone really secure, but in order to take the phone out, I gotta use two hands. And this part is kind of underneath, these little things are kind of underneath the phone, so you gotta kind of go underneath. Anyway, it holds it nice and secure, and it's all great, but sometimes I like to take pictures or video, and it's a little more difficult to get the thing out. I did have another one. It had some straps that go around the phone, and then it slips in. That's nice too. It comes out, in and out easier, but I hate putting the little straps on my phone, because then I always just don't like it. Okay, going back, I do have this, I've been testing out this water bottle cage, and it's magnetic, which is kind of nice. And it just goes right, you twist it to take it off, and it just locks on there. And it's on there. So until you twist it, it ain't coming off. That's kind of nice. And then I do have this Redshift suspension seat post. I don't need the seat post for around here on the streets, obviously. But I got the suspension seat post, and the suspension part is in here. I got it for when I take it to the to Galveston. Riding on the sand, oftentimes there's little ruts in the sand, and it doesn't matter for a 45-minute to an hour ride, but for any longer than that, those ruts will beat you up. And so I did a couple 2.5-hour rides. There was one that was 2 hours and 45 minutes. If I go from end to end, and those ruts just beat me up. I was more beat up by the ruts than anything else. So, okay. And what happens is when it's raining, the water all drains back into the ocean and creates these little ravines. They're not deep, but I don't know, maybe an inch, 2 inches deep. Okay, so let's see if I can get this. I'm gonna try to push down on this. So I think it's, I don't know, maybe an inch of travel, but it's great. Okay, and then let's see what else. I keep a lock inside this little thing so that when we are out, I can lock both the bikes. So that's about it on my Cannondale. What would I call this? Kind of a city bike. So what I want to do is, the idea is, this is the bike that I want to just be able to jump on, to go to lunch, to just ride around the neighborhood. If I wanted to just real quick get a workout. Oh, the other thing, this Infinity saddle I really like, and it's pretty darn comfortable. And the thing I like about it is I could wear jeans, I could wear just regular shorts. I don't need padded shorts. So when I'm out and about, I just can jump on this with any kind of pants or shorts on. So that's that bike. And then I'll take you to Sabrina's bike. Yeah, this is basically the Costco e-bike. The Juniper bike? Anyway, yeah, she really likes it. It's plugged in right now, plugs in right there, and she can go up to 20 miles an hour. So that's pretty much top speed on my urban bike. So anyway, that's the bikes.